Hey everybody, it's Bust. Continuing on with our Path of Champions playthrough. Today we are playing with Bard and completing the half a star quest, the Swift Scout. This one should be pretty quick and easy for us. Our Bard is still unfortunately at 0 stars, but he is up to champion level 15. And the way I like to approach Bard is his deck needs either early game plays or interactivity. And so we have this Stalker's Blade to attach to Bard, which allows us to strike when we play. So if we're playing him in the later game, we have a way to interact with our opponent's stuff, and then actually playing with the rerolls just as a means to search for other cheaper things. And so, with that in mind, let's go ahead and play the adventure. Give Teemo the old beatdown that he's been looking for. Let's see if we can find the quest. It's been eluding us. The Swift Scout. I'm clicking on it. Clicking on it. Get there. Oh my gosh. Come on, game. You're better than this Path of Champions. The Swift Scout. There we go. Here's the Teemo. And all right, the adventure begins. Sometimes you just have to force it through a little bit. And as something else that doesn't really pertain to the quest, I'm gonna have to set my emotes as well. We'll get that set up once we get up to the first battle. But here, these aren't anything that particularly work with Bard. We're looking for things that boost attack, and so a common one would be like the when you play a unit, give it +1/+1. Both of those things count towards your Bard level up, and so none of these work towards that goal. So we're going to scroll around a little bit and see if we can't find anything a little better. Otherwise, I'm okay with things that let us cheat on mana. So we find like sorcery or find a free mana gem or something. Those are all okay as well. And so fast deal does work okay with Bard. Getting to draw the extra card every turn gives us more opportunities to offload some chimes, and so I'll go ahead and take that one. It's not a premier choice, but it works out a-okay. Oh man, I forgot to set our emotes. We're probably gonna lose. We're gonna lose to the Boom Baboon because I I didn't pull it off. But here, I like to shuffle away Esmuth. He's not particularly interactive. Playing a zero attack unit on the second turn doesn't really do enough for me. And so it's serviceable here against the Boom Baboon. It's serviceable if we, just have absolutely nothing else. But a preferable play on turn 1 or turn 2 is going to be our Bird and our Stone Stackers. All right, hitting those chimes. Rolling on through. Oh, Boom Baboon, you're getting boomed real hard. My man, my man. All right, primed and ready to win on our next attack. We'll get this big Overwhelm Bro on the board. That should be more than enough. Uh-oh, coming at us with the double Flame Chompers. I am intimidated. I'm intimidated right now. Much aggression. Lots of zeros coming at us. All right, here we go. Boomed him. Not even gonna hook it. Pick and choose where you want. We're just gonna end it. We got him. All right. So let's see. We do have the item attached to the cards as they show up. We've managed to level up our champion, so this first one isn't as much of a turd. But again, we're still looking for cheap plays. That's not what we're finding out of these. I mean, the Messenger Sigil's technically like a one-cost unit generating the Poro. It just doesn't work with our Bard, and so this all kind of sucks. We do tend to get pretty wide with this deck. I think I'll be okay with the crowd favorite, and we'll save the reroll for the champion round. Something cheap. What you got for me? Sivir's okay. The Treasure Seeker always works out quite nicely. I could see an argument for picking up a Pantheon Saga Seeker combo as well. The Mountain Goat counts in here as well too. It's not a great collection of cards. We're never going to be targeting to level up our things, but I think it'll be okay. Oh man, oh my god, I did it again. I forgot to set our loadout. This is the day. This is the day that the Pride one was released with Graves and Steve. If you're not familiar, it's Twisted Fate's name. Actually, somebody taught me what Twisted Fate's name was. I went and looked it up one day. But the running joke I've always had is, you're hanging out with your buddies. You've got You've got Bard, that's a reasonable name. You're hanging out with Pantheon, sure, and then you're hanging out with your bro Twisted Fate. Like, come on, your name's not Twisted Fate, dude. You don't go out to lunch with your ma, or you're hanging out in the basement as us LOR players do, and your ma's at the top of the stairs. She isn't yelling, "Hey, Twisted Fate, come up here and do the laundry. Come up here and do the dishes," right? She's not yelling down the stairs for Twisted Fate. She's calling him Steve or Bill, Tom, whatever his name. And so we went and looked it up. I don't remember what his name actually was, but it was appropriate. It starts with like a D or something. It's not Twisted Fate. I like to refer to him as Steve, though. That's what's stuck in my brain. Old Steve coming out here, throwing the cards at all his friends. Alright, but this game should be pretty straightforward from this point here. Bard isn't big enough to take down the patched Porobot, but our hook on the follow-up will take it down with the Stone Stackers, and then the rest of our attacks look pretty decent here. Getting close to lethals. But this like really sums up what it's like to play with a lot of these Bard games, right? We have a ton of units that we can put on the board. Even like picking up Pantheon was just a collection of 3 different unit cards. And you really have to either have cards that interact with our opponents, or you have to have just cheap ones. Otherwise, you really aren't going to be too successful in the Path of Champions if you're just playing a curve going like 1, 2, 3, 4. And so we're going to be successful here, but things will get a little bit more challenging after this one. All right, rip him for 14. Okay. Stinky Wump has been annihilated. Let's get ourselves onto these treasures. I guess we'll take Quick Quill. Like, we're not going to actually play any of these spells. It is kind of interesting with Quick Quill and having Barrier. I'm pretty sure the attach works with the Barrier. And so we might get some values out of that at some point if the games are going to go a little bit longer. Went ahead. I know I'm going a little quickly. I just snatched up the Harpoon. It only cost 1 mana, and it's some interactivity. We have tons of stuff to discard. It kind of works with our power, to where if we discard it to we just shuffle that card back into our deck, and so we have a handful of options to use with it. No ones. Painful. Here he is. A day late and $1 short with the old 1-drop. Oh, they're all turning up now. I see how it is. I see how you guys play the game. Alright, we're crushing on through, though. I assure you, victory will be ours. We could go wide here. I just don't think it's gonna matter. You can reasonably assume that this Starlight Stag is going to chunk in a ton of damage next turn. I think we're good to just open. Shouldn't be anything in the P&Z playbook that can kill a Bard here. Got him. Oh my gosh. We forgot our loadout again. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it here in this Teemo match. As soon as we get up to Teemo, that's what I'm doing. I'm fixing our loadout. Sorry, this is low-grade content. I don't know why you all are even bothering with this. So this dum-dum doesn't even have his loadout set. The Rekindler, we don't need that. The shop. What do we got? Anything cheap in here? Bakai Reapers. Okay. You cost 1 mana. I did the mathematics on that price. We buy a power. Can we afford it? A little bit too expensive now. Alright. See if we can cut a card. Those are all okay. And our loadout. Very important. Very important we fix this before Teemo. And so, Arcade, right? And then for the Guardian, we always use a cat. card back, we need Fist Bump. And then Eye of Zon. I don't think I've even seen that one before. Got to get our emotes. This is the most important part. And so, where are we at? Cat goes in the top left. Here is the new Pride Steve. Happy to have him be a part of the squad. Piece of Cake goes up top. Got to get both Echoes and the Heartbreaker. Here we go. All right, I'm getting pretty good at that. I'm getting pretty good. Once I know to set it, I know where everything's at. We're ready. Same deal. Give me some of those 1-drops. See if he's got that turn 1 Teemo for us. He does. It starts out in his hand. That's the easy way to do it. It is a little scary playing against the Teemos when you're loaded up with the draw card abilities. It's like we're drawing 3 a turn with his Hexcore Foundry on board. Should have thought of that a little bit in advance, but I think we'll be okay. I think we can outmaneuver Teemo here even with the disadvantages. All right, I'm ready to block. We got our Bandle Commando on board. Oh, goody. We got a removal spell. Everything's coming together. Then we just pick up a big unit. Where'd you go? I thought we had a big 1-drop. Here we go. So now his attacks are terrible. He's still bringing the heat because he's the AI. And we're getting to be pretty good to go for this one. I'm gonna just drop the 1-drops here. Leave this in a space to run our next turn. We can play a Starlit Stag, and we can play. Well, I was gonna play Electro Harpoon, but it's been disappeared. Teemo getting scared. All right, we can get 6 units on board if that would be preferable. I think it's okay. Only thing I care about, I do want to get the additional health on our Bandle Commando. So if he has a poison dart, it can still block a Teemo. And then we want our Reapers to the right. So if we win some of the combats to the left, the Reapers will get the boost before the damage hits. Alright, I feel like we're okay at this point. I don't think we're gonna lose this one. I think opponent still attacks here. They like to attack even when these boards are terrible for them. Watch these Reapers grow. Seasons don't fear the Reaper. They got the cowbell going. That is the cure to the fever. Just a little bit more cowbell. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Teemo's emoting. Heartbreak him. Damage comes in, drop a cupcake. Easy peasy. Bring him the new Steve one right here at the end. Ripperino. All right. Not bad, not bad. We knew that was going to be pretty easy. These are the kind of warm-up quests, but if it's the first time you've seen it, you may not be familiar with some of the Bard strategies, or, maybe the draw card stuff isn't the best thing to take into Teemo, but I'm sure you all are going to be doing just fine. I bet you won't have any problems here whatsoever. And with that being that, hope everyone enjoyed the video, and you're having yourselves a good one out there.